The first text we are going to analyze is this one, which is an advertising text. It's promoting a product, in this case a coffee. The purpose this text has is to promote and sell a product by catching people's attention, and its function would be a persuasive one, since it wants people to buy the coffee. The audience would be people who like coffee and are interested in buying it. Now, the structure and organization would be a headline, a appealing phrase, visual focus, brand identity, and a call to action. The style and tone would be a persuasive, informal, fresh, and inviting. Next, we have the linguistic features, which would be imperative verb, and simple sentences, while the medium and formal is printed. And finally, the graphical features is only the coffee pic. The pedagogical use I will give to this text, in case it was in English, would be students to identify like the vocabulary it has, like for example, food and drinks vocabulary. Also the grammar, since it has imperative verbs. Another pedagogical use that I will give it is that they can identify purpose and main message of the text or creating a poster. The next text we have is another advertising or promotional text, specifically for fashion advertising. This text will be a non-literally because it's promoting something. Its purpose would be to promote and sell clothing, while its function would be to encourage customers to like the new style and want to buy it. The structure it has is a main slogan, like a headline which says it's in the baggie. And then we have a visual centerpiece, which will be the model wearing the clothes, a supporting text, and a brand context. The organization this text has is a central visual dominance, a text placed to frame and reinforce the image, and minimal wording, which will have a fast impact. The style and tone this has would be a minimalistic, modern and trendy, and visual. And it also has concise language, while the tone would be confident and stylish. Some linguistic features we found, that I found, were short slogan. It has a collocational expression, like a wordplay, present tense, descriptive noun phrases, and no full sentences. The medium and format will be digital or printed. In this case, it's printed, but posters like this could also be digital. The pedagogical use I will give to this text would be students to understand some vocabulary in fashion terms, like baggy. It's a word that could be a vocabulary that goes inside this term, and the grammar that the text has, like noun phrases, and that is in present tense. Also, in the language skills for reading, I will say that interpreting slogans and implied meaning, like the students reading the text and interpreting the meaning it has. Also, speaking, which would be like describing fashion trends or giving some opinions based on the poster. Also, writing, like creating a fashion slogan or creating a poster as well. And to have visual representation. The learning strategies I would say I would use would be like designing alternative slogans or ads, like as I said, and understanding meaning beyond literal words, because this text has like a wordplay. And the graphical features this text had would be only the model showing the jeans in the poster. The next text would be a manual for a game, which in this case is a non-literary text, because its goal is practical and functional, not artistic or imaginative. It explains rules and procedures and not stories, emotions, or aesthetic language. The type of text would be an instructional or procedural text, in this case a game manual. Its purpose would be to teach players how to play double correctly, including understanding the objective, rules, and different minigames. The function this text has is an informative, because it explains what the text is and how it works. The structure would be that the manual is clearly sectionized and organized for easy reading. For example, it has a title, it has a before playing, a object of game, the minigames, the rules, and the end of the game. And the organization would be that it's divided into short sections with headings and logical step-by-step progression. It also has a circular format but linear content. Next, we have the style and tone. The style this text has is that is clear and precise, functional, and explanatory, while its tone is neutral and instructional. Now the linguistic features I found were that it has imperative verbs, it's in simple present, second person address, conditional structures like first conditional or second, well, it has third conditional, and we have short and direct sentences. The pedagogical use I will give to this text would be using making the students to understand the grammar it has, like the simple present and conditionals. I would actually use it to teach conditionals or simple present. While its language skills would be reading, for example, understanding instructions and rules, explaining rules to other players for speaking, and for listening would be following like oral explanations during the gameplay, or writing, also writing instructions or rules for a game. I would apply the cooperative learning strategy, like students to use a group interaction, and something like problem solving, like applying rules during a play. Next, we have this text, which is a non-literary one. More specifically, a commercial menu, and it's informative because it's a transactional text. Also, it's partly promotional because it encourages customers to buy something. It could also be informative and persuasive because it's a public commercial text. The purpose of this text is to inform customers about available products. For example, showing prices, help customers choose what to buy, and encourage sales. Its function is informative to provide the names, images, and prices of the items that are being selling in the menu. Also, it's a persuasive to attract customers to buy the products with attractive images. The structure of this text would be brand name because it attracts attention, product categories like ice cream scoops, sundaes, cappuccinos, and more, images of products for visual support, the prices are clearly displayed, and its group layout because the items are organized by type. Then the organization would be on the top, the brand name of the restaurant, middle because it has the products and descriptions, under each product we have the price, and we have clear support grouping for easy scanning. The style will be concise, visual heavy, commercial, simple and clear, while the tone would be attractive, inviting, neutral, but appealing and consumer oriented. Then we have the linguistic features. We can see noun phrases like cappuccino freeze and brownie explosion, and we have descriptive vocabulary like explosion, crunch, banana, etc. Then we have the prices in numbers. Then we have minimal sentences that are mostly phrases, not fully sentences. And we have the commercial register. Then we Then we have the use of capital letters. For the pedagogical use I will give to this text would be like having in language systems we have the vocabulary that is like foods, desserts, and drinks. Then we have grammar, which will be noun phrases like countable and uncountable nouns. I will honestly teach that. Then we have numbers and prices. And well, for language skills, we have reading for specific information, like scanning for price, speaking, like doing some role play on ordering food, and for listening, we could have a customer-seller interaction audio, and for our writing, could be creating a menu. These would be some activities that I would use, and with the strategies that would be scanning and skimming, real-life communication practice, functional language use, and decision-making skills. Lastly, to conclude, we will analyze the last text. In this case, this one is a literary text, more specifically a song or lyrics. The type of text, as I said before, is a lyrics, and it's a poetic text. It's an expressive text as well because it's expressing something. The purpose of this text is to show emotional conflict, romantic tension, and heartbreak or confusion, while its function is expressive because it shows the speaker's feelings, poetic because it uses imagery and repetition, and reflective because it explores something emotional. Lastly, we have the structure and organization. This text follows a typical song structure that would be verse 1 that introduces the song, the chorus, a verse 2, another chorus repeated, the bridge, a chorus, and an outro. Then the organization is built around repetition. The chorus acts as the emotional core, And well, that will be all. Then we have the style and tone. The style would be simple but emotionally intense, conversational, first person perspective, and repetitive. While its tone is vulnerable, hurt, confused, emotional, and slightly accusatory in the bridge. This is in the context of the song. And lastly, we have linguistic features. We see some first person pronouns like I, am, me. Then we have repetition, some metaphors, some contractions, and it's mostly in past tense and present tense. The pedagogical use I will give to this text would be to teach vocabulary like emotions and relationships. And we also can teach grammar because the text has present and past tense, and some question forms as well as contractions. The language skills I will give to this text would be like, for example, in reading, like analyzing meaning and emotions. In listening, I will give an activity like interpreting tone in music. Then we have speaking, like would be discussing themes of relationships in the case of the context of the song. Then we have writing, like composing personal reflections or creating your own song as well. And some learning strategies would be emotional interference, like understanding implied meaning, text interpretation, like analyzing metaphor and symbolism, and creative writing practice.